Welcome to my study today. In my last video, I looked at introducing sentences with there is and there are. This time we'll look at it and its. It is a very small word, but it appears everywhere in English. At the end of the video, there's an exercise for you to practice it is and there is introducing sentences. So, let's get started. We use it and its to introduce a sentence when the subject is an infinitive or a that clause. This is usually not put at the beginning. Here's a good sentence. To exercise every day is good for you, but it sounds very formal. So what we prefer really is a meaningless subject. We use it or its. It is, or it's if we're speaking, good to exercise every day. It can also appear as an object in a sentence. Some people find it difficult to understand English grammar. Now that's very useful because without it that sentence could sound rather strange. Difficult to understand English grammar, some people find. Well, that sounds a bit like Yoda in Star Wars, so you can see how useful that little word it really is. But be a little bit careful here because here's a dog with its bone. So we could say, the dog has found its bone. And notice there is no apostrophe between the T and the S of its. That's because it's the possessive version of its. It's in its mouth. The first its means it is. In its mouth, its, the second one, is possessive. So make sure you know which one you're using when you use its. It is everywhere, so let's have a look at some collocations with it. Time. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. It's early. The day. What day is it? It's the 21st of March. And notice here I say the 21st of March. It's my birthday today. Distance. It's 30 kilometres to London. It's 3 kilometres to my house. It isn't far. But be careful with far. Let me explain a little further. You can ask the question, how far is it to London? And the other person could answer, it's 100 kilometres. You could also say, is it far to London? And they would say, yes, it's a long way. Well, they would if they were English. Because a lot of my students would say, yes, it's far. But you can't say that in English. You have to say, no, it isn't far. If that's the case, you can use the negative. But you can't say, yes, it's far. You have to substitute that phrase with, it's a long way. And it is very useful for the weather. It's raining. Is it raining? Does it rain often here? Now here's some more collocations just to show you how widespread it is in the English language. When we're talking about the importance of something, it's important to carry a torch at night. If something is difficult, it must be hard living on the streets. It's difficult to do that. Possibility. Is it possible to travel by ship or must we take an aeroplane? Truth. Is it true you stole the money? Usefulness. It's pointless going to the bar today. It's closed. Notice the second it is a pronoun for bar, meaning it is, the bar is closed. And it's very good for this phrase, which is followed usually by a gerund. That's the ing ending. It's no use talking to him, he can't hear you. It's no use doing that. Normality. It's unusual to see Sally so interested in a book. In other words, we're saying it's not normal. Time. We spoke about time on the previous slide. It took me 3 hours to find my case. And a very common emotional expression in English, it's amazing when you see something that surprises you. It's amazing. Convenience. It'll be best to get to the airport early. You're kind of giving advice. Obviously there'll be queues, so it'll be best. It'll be best. Thinking about ideas. It occurred to me I might be wrong. And a very common way of saying that is, it seems to be, or it seems to me. And finally, appearance. It appears you have had too much to drink. If you found my lesson useful, could I ask you to subscribe below and ring that bell? Thanks. Now we move on to the exercise. You've got to decide whether to use there is or it is. Remember to use the correct tense. And here are the answers. Next time we should look at the reflexive pronouns like myself, yourself and himself. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe below and I'll see you next time. Bye.